Hello, people, or no people, or someone who may find this later. It's me. Yes, Scientology made me tired. With all of the weather and my body covered in rheumatism, it sort of felt like I was. So we're just going to have to put up with the weak connection. Because it says so I get to bounce around like I did the other day. So, no makeup, hair done, barely any, because I knew I should come on here because I hate child trafficking and it just keeps getting into my head watching the kids go in this week, and I have not been amused about it. And Pearl Snappy was talking about watching the kids going in Austin, and I don't think she likes it either. All of this is my own opinion. None of this is based in any kind of speaking of the things and people I speak of. These are just things I read on the internet. I know that's not a lot to say, but also off the internet. Love libraries, my problem. So the kid thing has been driving me crazy for the past couple of days, and I was really tired yesterday, and everything hurt yesterday. So I just took a day off from streaming and started working on my scarf. I'm knitting a close to goldenrod, I think. It's hard when you're colorblind to get these things correct with yellow glittery fuzzy around it. So I figure things that make me stick out. My trench coat, my yellow trench coat was just maybe a little too much for the likes of me until I get used to this again. So, being in people's faces. So yeah, knitting or crocheting, long hook, like an Afghan, a scarf, while I'm listening to people or watching people. Today I was cleaning the kitchen, listening to Mindy. That's also, it hasn't been working well lately. I'm forgetting words more than usual, but it could be just because I'm tired. I did this for 8-9 solid days, and it's the first time I've done it for that long in probably 5 or 6 years. So usually there are a lot more breaks, but since I went to the East Bay from the peninsula, I'm closer to everybody than I used to be, so I can do things like help take puppies to the vet and stuff, because it's fun. Puppies are cool. But stuff like that I wouldn't normally do that I can do now. Like it wouldn't be, oh, I'll get there in an hour. Now it's, I'll get there in 10 minutes. So that's good. So watching, drink. Watching Mindy make fried rice and sing and everything while I was cleaning the kitchen actually made me happy, so that was good. Liz Ferris talking yesterday really sort of scared me in a bad way. It broke my heart to have her heart broken. When she explains things about not having families, I understand that. And trusting people. It really sucks when people you trust, you don't understand why you did to begin with, or if you do, you don't understand why you didn't pay attention to the warning signs, because you always think it couldn't have been that bad. It can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. And then it is, and it sucks. So felt really bad for her heartbreak and everything. But she's in Sacramento, which is only a couple hours away from here, which in California is not a long way to go. Because, you know, everybody has a car. So if she ever wants to do Sacramento, I'm there with her. It'll be fun. In the protest kind of fun way. Since I've been protesting since the dawn of time, it's always fun. So, have not gone to the little library houses yet. I need to do that so I can start picking up books for my friends. Yes, I do like my quotation marks. Reading off the blue book as usual. So, that. Oh, Jordan and McKay. I was watching them yesterday pick on some Mormon debate thing, and at one point they were talking about, you know, because if Mormonism is a cult, like, they actually compared Scientology and Mormonism, and they were talking about how they had similarities, and I thought it was great, because of course I watched these two because they're great. Real apostates, because that's what they call them, Mormonism. So it was sort of fun having them just pop up with Scientology. Oh, Scientology is this, and, you know, somewhere along the way later, Scientology is that. So it's like, yay! Gotta always keep that up. Where I got, I think I said I had gotten a quiche from a local person near San Francisco. Well, I got a pastry from them on Sunday, and the person at the counter asked me what was I doing, and told her what I was doing, and gotten to enlighten one more person, and I got that same look. They always give you that same look, and that's when you know you should probably taper off the reality, because they all start going, really? And you're like, you feel like you're just killing people's innocence, but it's for a real purpose, not cause, purpose. It's for a real purpose. That means you can be fixing up the world teeny tiny little bit. Whatever doesn't kill you is okay. I'm tired. I hate being this tired. Oh, I was watching Laura and DOA teach Tori how to do YouTube, and it reminded me that last night I tried to do it on my laptop downstairs and got as close as trying to link them together, but forgot the 4-letter acronym. Excuse me. Hookup between the two, so I didn't get it right and gave up at that point, and then went to go play on OneNote and fixed a table I had in there, so I achieved something at least. But I'll figure this out. I'll watch another video. That's how I've been doing it. I've been watching videos and figuring it out. Almost got what they were doing with putting DOA on a YouTube picture next to him. But of course, I looked down or was looking at something. It is my craft room. And it got my attention when I looked up. They were halfway through it and I didn't know what they did. So I can either replay it or I can try to remember to do it tomorrow, because I have to go to the LA streams after this, because this is why I'm trying to change it. I wanted to do it 7 if I didn't go to San Francisco, but now I think 8 is better, because my brain's almost at night mode then, and I can do the updates this way. I just have to, I'm trying to watch them like I usually do, except I'm taking puppies to the vet. So I'm trying to get into some kind of schedule here, and ignore my tiredness and ignore my joints, because we here in Northern California are having those really messed up winters again where it rains for no reason, even when it's not supposed to rain. So my joints are like, you're old lady, haha. So I'm starting to get over this. I just have to get the brain power to do it. Yeah, I love the fact that Tori's like letting them teach her how to do this while she's on camera, but she is the bomb. I mean, please, Anonymous. I worshipped Anonymous when it was around, and then I blinked and it was gone. So they never really did anything around here that I remember up in the San Francisco Bay Area. But seeing her pictures with them is just like, oh, that is so cool. And she has her original mask that somebody obviously gave her. She was telling DOA, you can't have that. I was thinking, hell, that should be in the Smithsonian at this point. And yeah, any of you anonymous people should give it to the Smithsonian. It is a receptacle of American history, and you guys qualify so much right now. So they can put it in the archive, which is absolutely huge, and then use it for whatever up to the minute gallery they want to put together, because that's how they do it. So sort of like, what was I saying the other day? Sort of like the fat guy is going to be known as he's going to have a legacy, and he'll be known for the rest of the country's lifespan, because he'll be the one known how he basically sabotaged the American health by refusing to admit COVID existed, or that you could get rid of it with paint thinner or whatever the heck it was. So yeah, he's gonna be remembered for all eternity just for absolutely not what he wanted. But Anonymous would be remembered for the right reasons, and so a mask should be sent anonymously to the Smithsonian. And there's that. Stop messing with Jess. Oh my God. Have you seen, I'm sure you have because you're the police, have you seen the way she acts after you guys are done with her? She said she fell asleep while she was laying on the ground the other night because she was surrounded by guns, real guns, a shotgun. What is it with the LAPD and a shotgun? You handgun bang bang. No, shooting wide. So yeah, she was just like another day or another Sunday in LA when she got on afterwards to tell us about it, and that she was going to clean up the feed because people didn't need to know certain things like personal information. But it was just like East Coast people are a lot different than West Coast people. East Coast people have steel spines, and especially if they're like, she knows why they're doing this. And as far as she's concerned, in my opinion, she's doing it for a good cause. So you can't get that out of her. You can't get that out of most of the people. I mean, I would be scared absolutely witless the first time I'm arrested. You notice I just said the first time I'm arrested, or the first time I'm hassled like that. I just have to get my bubble popped and I'd be fine after that. It's the first time when you're just bleh. And I don't even think I've ever seen her be that way. I don't think, I mean, she gets normally scared, but she doesn't get freaked out. So, like I've said before, lay off everybody. It isn't going to work. They're not going anywhere. They haven't went anywhere now. You should have figured that after Confident Chris got his head bashed in and got staples and he came back, that should have told you they're there to stay. Because if the person who had been beaten goes back as soon as he can, he even had staples in the first day he was there, they're not going to go. it's not in their DNA. It does not work that way. So, and taking her car for a 2-day lapsed registration, which I've never seen before. I see tickets that go home and get your registration, and this was before the internet even, but not, well, okay, I know why they did it. They were doing it to be buttheads. She still got her card the same night. So people of her generation, I know someone who's 30 and can't drive, okay? You guys picking on her for relying on her mom and not her not knowing anything. It's the way they were brought up. These are the helicopter parent generations. So I would expect her to know something after her mom has gotten not well enough to take care of it. But until then, or she just says, leave me alone. But until then, no, it'll be taken care of by her mom. I have a friend who I see and have seen since the day her daughter was born. So her daughter finally just said, leave me alone, but she still can't drive. So it's just the generation. Get over it. It's not going to change. Jess is in her 20s. She hasn't changed by now. She's not going to change overnight just because a bunch of people are complaining on YouTube. Okay? Let's see, where am I at? I'm only at 17 minutes. I'm tired. I'm bitching. There was somebody today sort of giving pointers on how to protest. I think everybody knows how to protest at this point. And the comments that I saw today and the speech I saw today and the speech I saw last week are pretty redundant at this point. They know what they're doing, and they're also knowing how to deal with the officials in their area. Denver was a surprise. I didn't think they were going to be so hostile, and I don't know what happened to Austin. I don't know who did what, where, when, that a APD is sitting inside the door of a Scientology org, or whatever it's called. I saw Pearl Snappy's live on that one and was just beyond amazed that they do it that outre. In a weird way, I hope he got at least reprimanded or his knuckles whacked, or don't do that again, idiot. Because they do, and not everybody gets to skate by. Because that was ridiculous. Because eventually Scientology will go away. Trust me, it just will. It's just evolution. There are too many people mad at them. There are too many people that have had bad times with them. When the second gen are stable enough, they'll probably start suing them. So it's like, it'll go away. And since cops liked a legacy, would you think of it this way, APD guy? Would you like your son being teased because you sat inside the building in Austin? When Pearl Snappy talks about the college kids going in there, even if they don't know what they're doing, and they still come running out laughing, that, you know, even when they're nosy, they come out going, oh, hell no. So it's not going to happen. It's no big deal. So they need to try to, I don't know, meet them halfway, get into rooms and try to talk about it. And I'm not talking about Scientology and I'm talking about it says I've been aborted. I don't know if I have because it's still running. So I'll just finish up with the police need to talk to the protesters and try to get some kind of middle ground, because otherwise it's just the protesters' egos, yeah, we have egos. The protesters' egos versus the cops' egos. And they're pretty much, they go up and down. And so it's gotta be a handshake somewhere in the middle eventually, before it instinctually gets ugly. So work on it, okay? Hi, Eddie. I just said it like my husband, Eddie. I'm in NorCal too. I'm in the East Bay. So welcome. I'm trying. It takes a while. Yesterday I was scared off of it because I was too tired. I'll try better. Because as we all say, we're all human and we're all damaged. I would bet you that all the protesters are damaged in some way or the other. I'm damaged. I know that. So we just are here and trying to make the world better for ourselves, which means making the world better for everybody else. And even our version better, we know is better because it includes, as my husband says, compassion and empathy. He always teases me about my empathy. So, like I said, if it's wrong, it's right. So, oh well. Anyway, I'm out of here. Bye.